I'm at the state park again, and they've still got the double red flags up. I'm gonna see about some sand fleas. Brought my sand flea rake. You can catch pompano without the use of sand fleas, but this time of year it really helps to have those sand fleas because they're candy to them. So rather than make you watch me struggle down the stairs and off to the beach and everything else, I'm going to cut out here, probably come back when I'm set up. But it's shaping up to be a gorgeous morning. It would have been a pretty day to take the boat, but I didn't have any sand fleas. So, and I wanted to try something else with pompano fishing off of the boat. Basically with a boat you can kind of pick any cut you want, no matter what. You just fish the other side of it. Anyway, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I'm on the pier, I'm set up, I got a line out, and I talked to this gentleman down here that when I was raking my sand fleas, I saw him hauling something up the side, but you know, 60 yards away you see a flash. How's it going? Just got here, just gonna find out.
Yeah.
It's awful muddy.
A little murky, isn't it?
Yep.
That wind they had the other day, maybe, I don't know. I ain't been out of town, but...
Heavy seas the past few days.
Really?
Yeah, I had a chance to come out and fish Wednesday, and the weather was, I think it was pouring rain. I don't remember if that's the day it was windy and rainy and everything else, but they said the seas were huge, so I just said, nah, I'm not gonna bother.
How does that GoPro work, can I ask you? I wanted to get one.
Hold on, I'm gonna shut this off for a second. Some little tap stuff going on. Most likely catfish, just based on the conditions. Although we've got an incoming tide and it looks like it's going clear a little bit faster. And I think it could even be that my bait's gone, but if it's catfish, I'm not really gonna freak out about it until the water's clearer. Want to save some of those sand fleas for when the water clarifies a little bit and there's actually a chance at a good pompano. There's maybe an osprey, I think. Not sure what that guy is yet. I can't see him well enough. That's an osprey. Anyway, I'll come back if anything happens. Looks like I'm on, and there's a good chance it's a catfish, given the conditions. And I think my sand fleas were already gone. Something came along and took them. And am I still on? Yeah, that's a pretty good sign it's a catfish. Oh, I think he's gone. He's gone. Well, lucky me. I get to bait back up, maybe throw a little farther out. It's starting to clarify a little bit. And we'll try it again. So the marine forecast said 1 foot waves. And these have calmed a little bit right now, but I think they meant 1 foot at a time, because a lot of these waves are, well, they said 1 to 2 foot to be fair, but it's just starting to calm down. It's been 2s and 3s and bigger, the occasional 5 this morning. So and that's probably left over from the last few days, because the water has been really rough, and you can see that. It's normally that pretty turquoise blue, or that's what we look for, is that beautiful blue, and we're not getting that today. But we've got waves are still trying to calm down, which normally you expect it to be calm in the mornings and then kind of pick up it in the evening, but this is part of a calming trend, I guess. So anyway, if anything happens, I'll come back on. Something happening. Probably a catfish. We gotta give this reel a good clean when I get home. Kicking like a cat. Maybe not. Yep, catfish. Get some pliers and put him back in the water. It's a sail cat. Just plain old hardhead. Alright, buddy, I'm just going home. Yeah, you're welcome. Splooch. There he went. Oh, big exciting day. I thought he was a sail cat because it looked like there was some sail cat scum on the line. It's debris. And it doesn't stink like crazy, which, if you know sail cats, you know. If it doesn't stink like crazy, it's not sail cat. Okay. It's acting like it wants to clarify, but I think these waves are still a little too big, and you can see farther out. It's starting to settle, and with these polarized glasses I've got on, I see sort of patches of blue that are coming in. It's a pretty day. Not a cloud in the sky. The wind's calming down. It's not as chilly. And I see the cattle boats headed out. I think that one's the Anderson, and I think that one's the Jubilee, just based on the shape of them, or one of the Andersons. There's a couple of Captain Anderson boats. The Jubilee's got a different nose. Okay. I think I'll put some more bait out just to see what happens. All right, I'll come back up if anything else happens. On again. It's probably another catfish. But the water's clarifying, so I have hope. Yep. That's different, that black tail. I haven't seen that. How's it going?
Doing any good?
That's all it's been today.
Catfish,
Yep.
filthy cats.
That water's just a little too muddy for anything else to come in yet.
What normally's in here? Whiting, I assume whiting?
Whiting, pompano, sometimes redfish.
Okay.
And I haven't heard of any jacks being around this year, like Jack Crevalle,
Yeah,
but they do come around.
You got
So I did shoot an outro earlier today in the truck, and the sound was just awful. So I decided I needed to reshoot. It's about 11 o'clock now. And I hung around for about another hour. I caught a grunt, 4 or 5 inches. They're good grouper bait. It's a little weird to catch a grunt from shore, but it was kind of cool to see. And there wasn't much else happening. The water was just staying muddy. That mud was hanging in there. And I thought, I don't want to just hang out here till it clears up. That could be 5 p.m. for all I know. So I came home, and I told you I could hear that Battle 2 making a noise. I broke it all the way down, got all the old grease out of it, re-greased it, put it back together. And you may not have heard anything. You probably just heard the braid coming through the lines, which you're still going to hear the braid coming through the guide ice. Outside of that, hey, like, comment, subscribe, and love to hear from you. So take care. See you next time.